New York. The Diamondbacks found themselves caught between an opposing pitcher with indisputably dominant stuff and a recent skid that makes tipping their cap to him begrudgingly difficult. Their offense was throttled again on Friday night, shut down by right-hander Jacob deGrom and the New York Mets. In a 3-1 loss, they struck out 16 times, managed just 6 hits and had just 5 men advance as far as second base, and one of them was thrown out at third. Their best hitters had miserable days, and they might have lost one of them, again. Right fielder Souza Jr. left the game after the top of the 6th inning with more discomfort in his right pectoral muscle, the same injury that cost him the first 30 games of the season. Souza, who initially hurt himself diving for a ball in right center field in March, said he felt the muscle kind of fire up again when making a throw to the cutoff man from right field. Box 4, Mets 3, Diamondbacks 1. Souza doesn't believe this version of the injury is anywhere near as bad as when he first heard it in spring training, but he'll be sent for an MRI on Saturday nonetheless. Judging by the frustration in Souza's voice, the injury is likely to cost him more time. Just frustrating, obviously, said Souza, who has yet to get going at the plate, hitting just .1677 for 42 in 13 games. This freaking sucks. I don't know any other way to put it. That sentiment also applies to the Diamondbacks' offense of late. And, by extension, to the team itself. With Friday's loss, the Diamondbacks have dropped 8 of their past 9 and 11-15. When they left Citi Field on Friday, their lead in the National League West was down to a game. Most of the blame lies at the feet of the lineup. Over the past 15 games, the Diamondbacks are hitting .183 and have scored a total of 35 runs. They have scored 2 runs or less in 7 of the past 8 games. And the hitter around whom the entire franchise is built continues to look feeble at the plate. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts on Friday, just the 6th time in his career he went hitless and struck out at least 4 times in the same game. His batting average is down to .203, nearly 100 points below his career average entering the year. In May, he's just 5 for 59, .085 with 23 strikeouts. Close Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo says his team continues to hurt at the plate. Nick Picoro asked Central Sports Goldschmidt, "Of course, I wasn't alone in his struggles against deGrom, who was firing upper 90s fastballs along with sliders in the low 90s and change-ups as hard as 91 miles per hour. He finished with a career-high tying 13 strikeouts in 7 innings. The top 4 hitters in the Diamondbacks lineup, which, for the first time since the season's opening week, included third baseman Jake Lamb, went a combined 2 for 15, not counting the out Chris Owings made in his one at-bat in place of Souza. With their most productive hitter so far this season, A.J. Pollock, out with a fractured thumb, it leaves the Diamondbacks continuing to grasp for answers. They believe they're better than what they've shown. They also don't believe panicking will solve anything. What changes do you make? Infielder Daniel Descalzo said. Am I going to go up there and hit right-handed? There's only so much you can really do. Close Diamondbacks infielder Daniel Descalzo discusses his team's offensive struggles and his misplay in the first inning. Nick Picoro asked Central Sports, "It falls on us as individuals and as a team to find something that works, but it's not as easy as saying, we have to do something different. It takes a commitment and an approach and going out there and executing." Still, the Diamondbacks had other regrets within the loss. Descalzo couldn't handle a feed at second from shortstop Ketelmart in the first that led to 2 runs, a play he said he's got to make. There also was a costly out on the bases in the 6th by Lamb, who was cut down trying to take third after Souza, the lead runner, ran through a stop sign to score. There's a couple things inside the game when you're talking about execution. If you do them right, the way we expect to do them, you might have a different outcome. You might have a different inning, a different result. Lovulo said. That's the frustrating part of it. Close Diamondbacks right-hander Zack Godley talks about his outing against the Mets, in which he gave up 3 runs, 1 earned, in 6 innings. Nick Picoro, as Central Sports. Read more. Reach Picoro at 602-444-8680 or nick.picoro at arizonarepublic.com. Follow him on Twitter at Nick Picoro.